Hello and welcome to a new Let's Play. Well, a new old Let's Play I should probably say, because this is Baldur's Gate the Enhanced Edition, and this time I'm playing through it solo. But I'm going to do things a bit oddly, because I actually was struggling a bit to determine how I was going to go through this, whether I was just which character to take and whatever. So I'm going to do something a bit weird with this. I'm going to click multiplayer. I'm going to go connect, I'm going to go create game, Shadowhawk, new game. What this will allow me to do is to create 6 characters. And we're going to go through the game with that. However, there's going to be some conditions. With the exception of the first character, who obviously has to be the hero, and is linked to the whole game. With the exception of him, every other character is on permadeath. So if I get them killed, and I don't have a cleric with the ability to resurrect, I have to find a new character. That's the condition I'm going to go, but I will get to make 6 characters. Now, a few of these are already made, and I went through and tested the whole multiplayer to single player swap, which I'll be doing a bit later. So these characters are imported and have got the basic bits of equipment done. Nothing too groundbreaking at this point, but still. Actually, I could go from save files. No, it's fine. Let's go to the character files because we can get to that. First off, the lead character, the one I tend to call Dwarven Drizzt. I spent ages rolling up those stats, and I couldn't do any better. I did get an 1800 after this, but it was so abysmal. I could not get... I think I was working out with this. I had to lower my charisma down to 3, intelligence down to 8 to get that set up again, and I figured, no, there's reasons for having 11 intelligence if we're going to continue on with this. Assuming, of course, all the legal stuff gets sorted out and Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition ever turns up. But either way, this is suitable. I don't need an overly powered guy. He's got 19 constitution. He is our Dwarven fighter. He is, soon to be, Dwarven Drizzt.
Let's give them a right thrash.
And that's too posh for him. There we go. Although, he is Dwarven Drizzt, but he's currently Erden Thunderstone, because he's only first level. But we will be moving up his 2-weapon style, we'll be moving up his scimitar skills, and we will at some stage attempt to take Drizzt's scimitars. We're going to need some good karma in reserve for that, though. Second character is possibly, in my opinion, the most powerful... is possibly the most powerful character type in this game. The Elven Archer. With 18 strength, doesn't need a high numbered stat here, 19 dexterity using a composite longbow. She is already hitting armor class 0 on 14. With non-magical stuff. So we can, in the Black Pits, I think I've got it down to you need to roll a -5 to hit armor class 0. Maxed out on the Black Pits with this person. So we're hoping this Sylviana survives a long time here. There we go. Sylviana the Swift. Elven Ranger and ridiculous powerhouse. And a good reserve character to have. Character number 3. Create, import, character file. I'm actually going to take character number 5 here, actually, because thinking about this, I'm probably going to... Actually, no, I can swap them around later. Half-elven mage. Now, I was going to pick a specialty here. I would normally go human and invoker, but I figured, you know what, actually? I'm not going to specialize in mage this time. I only get 1 spell with a first level mage at first level. 1 spell. So we're going to struggle with this one for a bit, but there is no spell that is barred to this character. So we're going to go with that. We're going for versatility and hoping he will survive.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
And even though he only has 9 charisma, he's going to sound reasonably posh. This Shadowhawk Bloodbane is going to be my character in this game. Because wizards are awesome. I should have gone sorcerer, really, in all honesty here, but... ah, well. We have a wizard. Character 4. Create. Import. We have our elven cleric. Or half-elven cleric, actually. And yeah, stat-wise, there's not a lot of options really with a cleric. You're going to have to compromise somewhere because you have 5 stats you need to be high. So I have done what is possibly the worst thing and configured like that. Now, I could have taken dexterity down to 7. And I think this is probably a better decision all in all now. Because there's actually no difference between dexterity 7 and dexterity 14 in terms of armor class. And she's not going to be using ranged... No, I should have taken that down to 7. That's terrible optimization from me there. Because if I'd have taken that down to 7, I'd have then had the extra points to put Strength and Constitution up to 16, which is high as they need to go, and also max Charisma. Yeah. Alright, I messed that one up. Oh well, we got an unoptimal Priest of Lothinder. And yeah, Mace, Sword, Shield. Always go Mace, Shield with clerics. Well, I normally put them with a shield because you want to give them as much armor as you can get away with.
Now you're going to be so. Who's in for it now?
No.
All will die. Your life shall be mine. Death will come swift.
To battle!
There we go. We'll go with that one. Keisha Dawn. Accept. Right. Character 5. Create. Import. Character file. And we have our human cavalier with 1800. Paladins always roll high because actually they have a fixed charisma of 17 or 18, and I think wisdom's 13 is the lowest that can go. So you always tend to roll reasonably well with a paladin. Getting the 1800 on that layout, that was it for me there. I focused a lot more on attack and defense with this. I wouldn't normally take the dexterity to 16 with a cavalier. I'd normally have that low and keep the spellcasting scores high, but I did well enough that I just about got away with that. So she's going to be our main damage dealer for this game, as well as also our spokesperson. And I'm trying to think about this.
Go, go, go! Everybody listen to me now.
Now you're going to be so. I've always been leadership.
Who's in for it
I
now?
can't remember what voice I gave the other. Oh, darn it. Oh well, it's fine. And this is going to be Laura Shieldheart. So, we have 5, but we want a 6. And I'm going to now go through the character creation process properly, because this is the most important person now, arguably. We're now going to create our thief. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a human thief, because what this will allow us to do is dual class away the thief levels at a point when we don't need any more thief skills, and get a more useful secondary ability. Possibly cleric, I normally do this if I'm doing this properly. The alternative is multi-classing, but then you're always going to have the thief levels not doing a lot. So to start with, you are a thief. We're not going to go any specialties here, although assassin was tempting, I'll be honest. I was tempted. Especially as it's not restricted to evil. You can have good aligned assassins, strangely. But backstab times 7. Although, admittedly, as I said, not Duel Baldur's Gate 2. But backstab times 7. Plus 1 hit and damage. There are advantages there. The disadvantage is we only get 15 skill points per level. Depends, actually. Alignment. See if we can be a neutral good. Let's see. Let's go for a lawful neutral. He does so because the law demands it, although not because he necessarily likes it. We'll go with that. In order to kill someone he likes, maybe a friend, and now he therefore left his liege. Oh no, actually no, that's not lawful at all. Leaving liege, that would be chaotic. Act of betrayal, maybe, and I've gone past an 86. So we're not overly interested in the strength and constitution stats, because unless you're a fighter class or a fighter type, there's no benefit to going above it. That was 82. So I'm just purely looking at the numbers here. Fortunately, there's nothing holding a high... There's no high fixed stats with a thief, so... I could probably have made you an elf, and that would have given you 19 dex. 83? We'll have a look at that in a moment, but I think 83... Oh, I got past an 85. Darn it. And now the temptation to keep hitting reroll until we get an 85 or higher. is there. 84. Another 84. Ah! No, why did it show me the 86? This video could be re-rolling until I get another 86. You know what? No, it's fine. No, that's it. That's it. Right, wisdom is useless to a thief, so that's fine. 18 dexterity, 16 strength, 16 constitution. And we still got 17 charisma, which isn't... Is charisma what we want here? We already have a paladin for the face, so we don't really need a high stat there. I can take his intelligence to 18, though I'm not sure what it does for a thief in this game. I think we'll go with that. So there we go. Skills. Right. We need open locks and find traps to about 70... If you get them to 65, I think you can open anything in the main game of Baldur's Gate 1. I think 65 is the cut-off point. I will look that up before I dual class him away. But what we're going to do initially is set that up to 65. So 10 more points, and that will open up anything. I'm next to certain of that. Then we put most of his points into find traps and a few into pickpockets. Once they're done, and we have no more use for it, we put him into cleric mode. The problem is, the only weapons he can then use are clubs. Or at least the only ones that will transfer over will be the clubs. He also doesn't really want to be using shields that much, so he'll have a single weapon style, which gives him the bonus to armor class as well as the 19-20 crit chance. And that can be improved to a double, so there we go. And currently he's wearing a lot of browns, probably to just blend into, I don't know, a city-like environment maybe. There's a bit of green. I do like trying to match up to the images as much as possible, but this guy is, yeah, very, very brown. And
You got this coming!
Nobody else is gonna ready for that nap any time now.
Get over here. Right then. That's about enough.
I don't think he was quite that sort of thief, if you're honest.
Death to you all!
As it should be.
I must rest my eyes. Oh, such a waste of time.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So, we have now just got to name him. Oh, actually, there's a point. We are an assassin, so we're only going to get 15 points a level. Well, we have the open locks. The find traps could probably arguably be missed. But if we have 3 levels of this, take him to 4th level assassin. Yeah, maybe it's fine like that. I don't know. Maybe I should keep him like that. I don't know. It'll be late when we do this anyway. But, what could we call him? Names. Why are names always useless to me? I'm trying to think who I had there. The only name that's coming to mind at the moment is the name of my cleric in Hackmaster, Dariel Diem, but yeah, we'll go with that. It's terrible, I know, but it's fine. We'll go with that. So here we have our party of 6. And as I said, we're on permadeath rules. If we die in the game, we die. So here we are. As you notice, a few of them already have basic of their equipment. I basically bought the weapons for them to start with. And the clubs are cheap, so we'll get that reasonably quickly.
Tell me. Don't worry about me.
Next up, we'll have Laura go up and... You're always the big kid. Sure, what do you have? Right. I did mean to go a bit slower and actually go through some of the story side of things, but oh well. It's fine. We'll be okay. So we want a club for you. 1 gold piece for your weapon. At least it's not going to be bothered by the iron shortage. And that means you're hitting on armor class 0 on 19 and doing not a lot of damage. But hey, it's fine. In the meantime, actually,
Quick, of course.
you have some jobs to do, I think. You're going to go up here and start stealing things. 4 gold. Yay for 4 gold. Stealing, stealing. Stealing is very fun. And immensely profitable. Right, we have a potion, and that potion, I believe, is just clarity. Which is strangely useful, actually, in the first sort of... Well, the first major enemy encounter outside of the city. And we get this gem. This gem is very expensive, very valuable, and we'll be selling that off quite soon. Yep, you're there. There is another locked chest there, but there's not much in it from what I remember, and you kind of have to bypass him anyway. So we won't do that. Generally speaking, this is going to be a good party.
Said than done.
Does seem to be running a bit slowly for some reason. I might have to check that out, or maybe run this in a window next time.
Tell me, I've got
My
this.
hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Either way, let's now purchase some armor for people. So, the best armor we have available for our frontline fighter is currently splint mail. Our cleric also requires... Oh, can you not use splint mail? Or was that the only one they had? That was the only one he had. So that leaves chainmail for you and chainmail for you. We then have you get studded leather armor. You don't get any armor. And you are on the studded leather. We're also going to sell off your star sapphire because that gives us 1,000 gold pieces, and that'll be enough to basically sort everything else out. So, what I'm going to do from that is just buy a backup of everybody's weapon who might break. So in your case, you want a spare mace. It's not a major thing, but it is part of the story that the iron shortage is causing a bit of a problem. Well, silver necklace can be sold as well because it's worthless. And as mentioned before, I don't think we have to worry about clubs breaking since it is essentially a stick. Right. So that's backup weapon for you, and split mail takes your arm class to 2. The lower your arm class, the less likely you are to be hit by things. Alright, spare scimitar. Arm class goes down to 3. Mages can't wear armor without disrupting their spellcasting ability. Clerics can, though, because their power is mystical and divine, given by the gods, rather than given by... Actually, where does that arcane magic come from? Don't know. Oh well, either way. I'm going to give you the armor as well, taking you to arm class 2. You'll notice also this little Facco bar. That's to hit armor class 0, and it's generally a rough view of how likely they are to hit anything in this game. On a 20-sided dice, they need to roll that well, that or higher, to hit armor class 0. So obviously we're 3, so everything to hit us, they need 3 less to hit armor class 3, for example. It's not exactly like that, but as a general guideline for most classes, that is generally how it is. So, I don't know, it's been a while since I played 2nd edition rules, which is what these are based on. Well, AD&D rules. So anyway, we have our party set up then. This does mean, though, we're going to have a few interesting things when we leave. But it's fine. So next time, I'm going to get it set up in a window. I'm then going to continue playing. Also got to make sure I can export this to single player mode perfectly fine, even though this worked last time. So, Channel 2012, next time we're doing some quests around Candlekeep. Until then.